right, ladies and gentlemen, really quick, I just want to tell you about one of our fantastic sponsors, and that is Soldier Girl Coffee Company. So if you are watching the video, you can definitely check out the screen share here. I am on our website, and you can go to affiliates, or this will be changing to sponsors soon, and click on Soldier Girl Coffee. As it says on the website, Soldier Girl Coffee is a veteran-owned company. They definitely provide the absolute best coffee I've ever had. It definitely has the pick-me-up that I need in the morning. If we check out her website, of course, down in the right-hand corner, you can definitely chat with her. You can get exclusive discounts she offers to our listeners just by putting your email address in the box on the website. As you can see right here, she has French vanilla cream, 100% Colombian, snickerdoodle Hawaiian hazelnut, and she offers regular as well as CBD-infused coffee. So be sure to go and check out her website. Of course, you can get there by going to our website at businessandbrewshow.com/soldier-girl-coffee, or you can just click the link in the show notes and it'll take you right here. You click on view products and it takes you over to shop around. She even has a little bit of merch. I know when I ordered my bag of Colombian roast, I really enjoy Colombian roast, and she has the best Colombian roast that I have ever had. And of course is a veteran-owned business, but I got a sticker as well as a thank you note. So I really enjoyed that. So now I have my very own Soldier Girl coffee mug that I can drink my Soldier Girl coffee out of. So once again, right now, exclusive discounts just for our listeners. Everybody drinks coffee, whether you're a veteran or a business owner. You're going to need it. You're going to need it for your staff. You're going to need it for your break room. You're going to need it for your house. So go ahead right now, click the link in the description, in the show notes, right here, right now, and go get some Soldier Girl coffee today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited and absolutely have to tell you about a phenomenal way to build your website and keep it up to date. My name is Ryan Smeltz, host of the Business and Brew Show and co-host of Veteran Talk Show. And if you are watching this, I want you to pay close attention to my screen share. This is the website of the Business and Brew Show. And the way I am talking about keeping your website, building it, getting it up to date, and having it managed is by Online Rob. So Rob is absolutely phenomenal. And what I absolutely love about this is he was able to customize the website exactly how I asked him. So as you can see, the homepage has a ton of different pictures from different episodes. Of course, here on the episodes page, you're able to listen on your favorite platform, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio Public, iHeartRadio, or Castbox. You can connect with us, of course, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Listen to the 5 most recent episodes right here on the website. And of course, you can find our sponsors such as Soldier Girl Coffee and, of course, Online Rob. So the best thing about this is, as you can see on my screen, if you're watching, Online Rob is a veteran-owned small business. He will design, build, and manage the entire website for you. That comes with free unlimited updates, a domain name, your business email, and a logo if you need it. All included for our listeners is only $2.99 per year. As it says right on the screen, there are absolutely no contracts and no hidden fees. I handed this to him. He had it back within a very short amount of time. And anytime I need an update or have a question, he is there to help out. So I strongly encourage you, once again, for our listeners, you can go to businessandbrewshow.com/online-rob, or you can click on the link in the show notes. If you are not watching the video version, the link is definitely in the show notes. Be sure to check out our website. I'm super happy with his work. I'm really excited that I no longer have to figure out where to get an SSL, how to install it. I don't have to install the pixel for my Facebook ads. I don't have to manage any of the analytical tools such as Google Analytics, and I don't have to figure out how to connect the domain or set up a business email. He handles all of that for me for the low price of $2.99 per year. So once again, for our listeners, Online Rob offering this exclusive deal. Be sure to go check it out. Make sure when you fill out the form, you put that you heard about him from us in the How Did You Hear About Us box. Business and Brews Show or Veteran Talk Show. Of course, you can always use my name, Ryan Smeltz. And no longer, as a business owner, will you have to build and manage your own website. Have Online Rob do it for you. Take advantage of this exclusive deal, only $2.99 per year. Best of all, he can handle everything from, of course, a podcast to an e-commerce site. No matter what kind of business you run, Online Rob can handle it for you. So go right now, click on the link, fill out the form, take advantage of this exclusive offer, and be sure to put the show name in his How Did You Hear About Us box. Now, let's get back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Morning Brews. This is the short segment that is respectful of your time and gives you the kick in the ass you need to get your day started. So sit down, get your cup of coffee, get ready, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday's edition of Morning Brews. My name, of course, is Brian Smells, and today we are talking about marketing. So your 3 bullet points today are: number 1, year in review; 2, update your plan; 3, consider new strategies. So I was reading an article that kind of led to this episode today, and it talked about taking a look back at your marketing plans and strategies for the previous year and making those necessary changes and updates for the year to come. So, under number 1, year in review, taking a look back at what worked and what didn't, taking a look at your budget and what channels you were on. So, some things to consider, or to give an example for what may have worked, is if you are marketing to an older crowd and maybe you use mailers to send out that hit mailboxes. I know that's a little bit old school. However, if you're marketing to that older generation, then it's probably more effective. And say in this example, you also run Facebook ads. However, your target market, once again, are the older folks. Then you see where you got a higher ROI from the mailers. You got better responses. You got more phone calls. You got more customers. And maybe the Facebook ads were not as effective. So in assessing that, then you take a look at the budget. Now, the truth is your cost per customer could be about the same because Facebook ads are significantly cheaper than mailers. However, if you look at the numbers overall, your percentage cost per customer is probably going to be higher on Facebook than it is for the mailers. So then you need to make a decision. Okay, are we going to continue running both channels for marketing and move some of the budget from Facebook over to the mailers? Are we going to cut off Facebook completely and put all of that budget into the mailers budget? Or maybe we shut down the Facebook advertising and we look at another advertising platform that would capture a more comparable audience to what the mailers do. So that's just an example of just taking a look at what you have in place and figuring out how you can basically pour fuel on the fire for what is working and pull the plug on things that are not working or not working as well. So next, you want to update your plan after any year-long stint of advertising, marketing. You're going to have a lot of insight and knowledge. So that is 52 weeks of information, data, experience, whatever it looks like for you to apply to the coming year. So you're looking back and you assess what was working and what wasn't, but most of all, you can see those numbers. So when you look at your customer acquisition cost, what it takes to get someone through the door, then you can apply, you learned a lesson in doing all of that. You can apply that to the coming year to make it work best for you. So it's very similar to how they say, if you start a business and you feel you failed and you have to start over, it's not starting from zero. It's starting from experience. So the same goes when you assess your marketing plan for the upcoming year. You're not starting back at the beginning. You're starting from a place where you have, however long you've been in business, you have all of that knowledge and experience to improve and make a better plan for the upcoming year. Next, ditch the stuff that didn't work. We already talked about that a little bit. I think you can apply this to a couple different aspects when it comes to your marketing strategies. Number one is if you take a look at the previous year, and let's just say that you've been in business 5 years. In the first 4, you used a marketing company or contractor that got results, but you got sold on a new company. Okay, and so for the past year, you used a different company, and you look at the numbers in comparison to the first 4 years, and they're not as good as the first 4 years. Then you could be making a decision. This could go several different ways. Number one, you could fire the current company and go back to the old one. You could hire a new company, or you could go vertical and bring someone in-house to have them do it for you. So whatever that looks like for you, just be aware that if something wasn't working, there's no sense in remaining in that long-term relationship, just so you don't have to make another change. I would definitely encourage you that if something is not working, and in the long run, a relationship like that's not getting you the ROI, not giving you the results you want, that is costing you money, and get rid of it, fix it, and make whatever decision you feel necessary to have that happen. So number three, consider new strategies. Of course, sometimes I get ahead of myself, but go vertical, new channel. Going vertical, you could hire as simple as a teenager to, put Facebook and Instagram posts up. A lot of people think you need to hire a much younger generation for that. That's not true. There are professionals all over the world doing this. A lot of people who were involved in tech before those platforms were around ended up learning them once they came out, because they had to keep up with current technology and how everything works. Would not say that you need to focus primarily on an older generation. I guess the biggest difference there is if you were to find someone with experience who you want to bring into that role, an older person that could be a little bit more costly because they're not going to work at the same rate as, say, a high school or college student might. Primarily because one, they have the life experience. Two, they probably have a lot more experience on the platforms. Three, certificates, licenses. Facebook has Blueprint, so if they've been through the Blueprint program, they're going to be much more qualified than someone who is younger. So that's something to take into consideration if you do go vertical. You could always learn it yourself, even if it's only a little bit. So I'm not encouraging someone who runs a business. You don't have time to do every single aspect. However, if I'm going to hire someone on, for example, I'm doing this right now. I'm hiring someone on to take on a project that we've been working on for probably about 10 months now. And basically we're looking to speed it up, make it better, more efficient, and have it finished is probably the most important thing. And in doing this, I am applying my knowledge and experience of the project, because if you don't know anything about the thing, it makes it a little bit more difficult to hire someone to do the thing. So it's not necessarily a requirement. Of course, if you have someone in your company that's got a little bit of experience in whatever you're hiring for, number one, you could hire them to do it. So, hey, let's negotiate a pay increase or some sort of different commission structure or bonus structure where they're able to do this additional responsibility as well as see compensation for it. But you could also have that person, if they're good at, say, the social media, the marketing and stuff like that, you could have them sit in with you during the interviews or help you review applications to know, number one, are you getting the right person? Like, is this person's level of knowledge that they claim actually what it should be at? And then, if you're doing the hiring or your HR manager is doing the hiring, then they're able to find out if the individual's personality and character will fit in with the company culture. So that's just a couple of things to keep in mind when going vertical. There are a ton of different approaches to it. I think most importantly is making sure that, number one, you have a plan to make it work. You have a plan to grow it, because of course you may hire someone into an entry level role. You could hire them based off of their experience. They could be more at a management level, but the truth is, if you're going vertical and you hire one person, that first person that you hire, even if you give them the title of manager, they have no one to supervise because you don't have that department yet. So it could be something where you're moving forward and you're going to hire a ton of students, interns. Maybe you get interns through the local university. And then they're in charge of a team for the marketing department. However, if you're just starting out, maybe that doesn't exist. Maybe you just want to get an intern and you want to give them their 1 or 2 years of experience before you start bringing in a whole team. And excuse me, by that time, they've got what they need in order to lead that team and set themselves, the team, and your business up for success. So just a few thoughts on that. The new channel, as you see in the show notes below, basically just taking a look at where you're putting your marketing and advertising. These days, a lot of companies, I think I feel like one of the biggest downfalls of smaller companies is that they try to be on every single channel. And basically what I prefer to do from I guess you could say, broadcast or upload standpoint is figuring out how I can put content out 1, 2, or 3 times, and it hits as many channels as possible. So you won't see Business and Brews on TikTok. I don't believe that's where our audience is, or Morning Brews. You won't see any of this on TikTok. You will see some of the Veteran Talk Show on TikTok. And so that's That's basically where I think the audience for this show is best found: on YouTube, on Facebook, on all the podcast platforms, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. And, it's kind of like I see comparable analytics between the videos and the audio. It seems like I get a larger volume on the audio. I do see an uptick in the videos when they're available. So that's basically where I found I can upload it 3 times. It hits every single platform. And then where the video is uploaded for the podcast platforms, it extracts the audio. So I'm able to have the video on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook. And then I also have the audio on all of those other podcast platforms, but I only have to upload one single file to 3 different upload places. So that's basically what I want you to consider when adding a new channel. You don't want to double your work or significantly increase your workload or take up a lot of time when looking at adding a new channel. I guess that's a better example. If you work to go vertical, if you're having a company do it, then it's really just a matter of, hey, how much is this going to cost me? But don't take something that normally takes you 1 day and turn it into 2 or 3 or 4 days just because you want to add one more channel. Do your research, put the plan in place, keep it super simple. And that is all I have for you today. Of course, check out the show notes, check out the links in the description. Be sure, if you are over 18, you check out the Veteran Talk Show. We have a lot of fun on there. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode of Morning Brews. Thank you so much for listening or watching Morning Brews. This, of course, has been the kick in the ass you need to get your day started. My name is Ryan Smeltz. I appreciate you tuning in and listening to this. If you've gotten any value from this or any segment on business and brews, be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Tell your friends. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe and tell them to leave us a 5-star review. Thank you, and shout out to our sponsors, Soldier Girl Coffee and Online Rob. And I will see you on the next